توفيقه وامتنانه، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله تعظيما لشانه، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله الداعي إلى رضوانه صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. أما بعد، احمد الله الذي وفقك. Praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that has granted you the opportunity to fast the month of Ramadan. Shahrullah, this month, Shahrul Quran, the month where the Quran was revealed in. This month, it was an opportunity that Allah has given us. حيث وفقنا الله لقيام رمضان وصيامه. Allah granted us the success to stand and to fast. مِنَّةٌ مِّنَ اللَّهِ فَضْلٌ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَنِعْمَةٌ وَاللَّهُ عَلِيمٌ حَكِيمٌ. It was mere a favor from Allah that He granted us the success to fast for 29 days. Despite of the difficulty, the fatigue, all of that, it was Allah's aid for us. It was a favor from Allah. Be able to fast and also to stand in the night. All of this that we went through, this is the real bounty that you'd be joyful about. This is what we're celebrating on this day. قُلْ بِفَضْلِ اللَّهِ وَبِرَحْمَتِهِ فَبِذَلِكَ فَلْيَفْرَحُوا هُوَ خَيْرٌ مِّمَّا يَجْمَعُونَ. This is the favor. This is the virtue that they should be happy about. This is the real virtue. This is what the Prophet ﷺ said from the hadith of Abi Hurairah and Bukhari Muslim, لِلصَّائِمْ فَرْحَتَانِ. The one who's fasting has 2 times of joy, 2 times of happiness. It is the time in the fitrihi, when he breaks his fast at the end of the month. On this day, it is the day of joy. It is the day to be happy that Allah granted you success, to be of those who establish His obedience, to be of those who are thankful to be granted the completion of this month. وَلِتُكْمِلُوا الْعِدَّةِ وَلِتُكَبِّرُوا اللَّهَ عَلَى مَا هَدَاكُمْ وَلَعَلَّكُمْ تَشْكُرُونَ. So you may complete the prescribed times of days, and though you may be those who exalt the praise of Allah and be of those who are grateful. The day of Yawm al-Eid is a day of shukr. إِن تَشْكُرُوا يَرْضَهُ لَكُمْ وَلَا يَرْضَى لِعِبَادِهِ الْكُفْرِ. And if you are grateful, He is pleased. And He is not pleased if you are ungrateful. The day of Eid is not a day of sin. It's not a day to nullify your deeds of fasting and standing in the night. Do not nullify your good deeds of Ramadan. وَلَا تُبْطِلُوا أَعْمَالَكُمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us not to erase those good deeds by returning back to bad. Let us continue. Let us learn from the month of Ramadan. It's a schooling. It's a madrasa. We learn qualities of goodness. We learn Jude, generosity, thinking about the poor people. We learn in this month how to soften our hearts by reading more of the Quran. We shouldn't be now, once Ramadan ends, we put the Quran on the shelf and we don't come back to it until the next Ramadan. That is not the goal. The goal is to return back to this book and not to boycott it. وَقَالَ الرَّسُولُ يَا رَبِّ إِنَّ قَوْمِ اتَّخَذُوا هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ مَهْجُورًا. The messenger was complaining to his Lord that his people have taken this book as something that is left for decoration. No one reads it. From one Ramadan to another, boycott it. This is not the goal yet. Oh, fellow brothers and sisters in Islam, let us increase from what we learn of this month. We learned a lot in the month of Ramadan. We learned about patience. This month, the Prophet ﷺ, he gave it the name Shahru Sabrin. It is the month of patience. We learned so much in this month. Let us be of those who display the effects of Ramadan. If you want to see that your Ramadan was accepted, try to continue upon good deeds afterwards. For that reason, the Prophet ﷺ, he said, من صام رمضان ثم أتبعه بست من شوال كأنما صام الدهر. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever fasts the month of Ramadan and then after that fasts 6 days of Shawwal is like fasting a whole year. فَإِنَّ الْحَسَنَ بِعَشْرِ أَمْثَالِهِ. For verily, the good deed is multiplied by 10. This is our time, ya ikhwah. We have the iman high after leaving the month of Ramadan. Do not return back to the bad deeds that we used to do. This month, it was a month of training. It wasn't for us to worship Allah alone only in the month of Ramadan. We know that man kana ya'budu Ramadan fa inna Ramadan qad mada. Whoever used to worship Ramadan, Ramadan has ended. And whoever is worshipping Allah, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Rabbush Sayr Shuhur, Allah is the Lord of all months. Let us worship the Lord of Shawwal, the Lord of the months that are to come, from one month to another. Let us increase. The Prophet ﷺ mentioned fasting the month of Ramadan and fasting 3 days from every month. Yudhib wahar as-sadr. It removes the sicknesses of the heart. It removes the diseases that are found in the heart. So now we learn from Ramadan after fasting. Let us try 3 months, 3 days, and every month try. Out of 30 days, try to fast 3 days from it. Voluntarily for the sake of Allah. Man sama yawman lillah ba'ad Allah an wajhihi 70 kharifa min al-nar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who fasts for him 1 day voluntarily, other than the day of month of Ramadan, he will keep his face far from the hellfire this amount of distance, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned. So let us learn from this. Let us take the lessons of Ramadan. There is pages that we've learned, one page after another. Every day we learn something that was to increase us in our hearts, to purify ourselves. It was Madrasatul Muttaqeen. The month of Ramadan is the schooling of the pious. To become min al-muttaqeen, to come out from those who have their hearts softened. Let us be of those who increase to each other in good deeds, starting from today. Let us be those who are grateful by remembering Allah. وَلِتُكْمِلُوا الْعِدَّةِ وَلِتُكَبِّرُوا اللَّهَ عَلَى مَا هَدَاكُمْ. Say الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. Say لولا الله ما اهتدينا ولا صمنا ولا صلينا. If it wasn't for Allah, we wouldn't have fasted, we wouldn't have prayed, but it was a favor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How many people out there are not so fortunate of guidance and Allah chose you? اختارك Allah, Allah chose you. So celebrate, exalt Him in praise. A return to Allah by being more grateful. This is the time for us to have joy, that Allah has allowed us to complete a whole month of fast and the standing of its nights. This is the time we reflect. Yawm al-Eid, it is the time of celebration for those who are obedient to Allah. It is a celebration for those who took Ramadan serious. Yawm al-Eid is the time that we increase in gratitude. So let us all, fellow brothers, take from this celebration to celebrate. This is Eidul-Fitr Islam. And do not let us be of those who imitate the other festivals and the other Eids of non-Muslims on this day. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Man tashabbaha biqawmin fahuwa minhum." Whoever imitates a people, then he is from them. Let us be satisfied and suffice with our Eid. Let us not imitate other people on their day of Eid. This is a day for celebration for the Muslims. To be happy, to increase in gratitude, to congratulate one another for the completion of the month of Ramadan. So with this we increase. And وَحَبُّ الْأَعْمَالِ إِلَى اللَّهِ أَدْوَمُهَا وَإِنْ قَلَّ. The most beloved of deeds in the sight of Allah is that which is continuous, even if it's short. Even if it's something little. Be continuous after Ramadan. Do not stop. وَاعْبُدْ رَبَّكَ حَتَّى يَأْتِيَكَ الْيَقِينُ. Worship your Lord up until certainty comes to you. We know that as long as our soul is in our body, we continue to worship Allah. We continue to increase. This is upon us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala أن يتقبل منا الصيام وأن يتقبل منا القيام. اللهم تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. اللهم اجعل هذا الجمع جمعا مرحوما واجعل تفرقنا تفرقا بعده معصوما ولا يجعل اللهم لا تجعل فينا شقيا ولا محروما. اذكروا الله العظيم يذكركم واشكروه على نعمه يزدكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Inshallah, jazakumullah khairan. Inshallah, we need to leave, inshallah ta'ala, and don't stand outside. And when we cross it, we need to cross from the crosswalk, inshallah. Be careful for the cars.